I want to show you some very cool homemade VHS tapes that I made recently, back in the end of June or July of this year, 2025, that I made. So yeah, those are the tapes I made recently, and I might give it to someone someday. So yeah, here we go. Let's get show on the road. First, the homemade VHS tape I made first this year in 2025, which is Thomas and Friends Collector's Edition, The Best of Thomas. This was taken off from a 2001 DVD. So for some reason on the Anchor Bay warning screen, just have the DVD warning screen instead of the VHS warning screen. So yeah, this was printed June 28th, 2025 I made. Yep, this tape is in EP mode, and this tape has a fake barcode with blue sides on it, and I did add the widescreen of death at the end. In case, when I made my homemade logos are actually Connect channel and Ubi logo. The Connect channel, that piece, the only logos I made it up were Connect channel and my homemade Ubi logo. But Ubi, it was based on a TV show on Noggin, so yeah, and Nick Jr. Now here's another tape I want to show you, is Thomas and His Friends Help Out. This was taken from a 2002 or 2003 DVD, which that was the first hit entertainment Thomas DVD ever made, which also along with Anchor Bay. I made this back in June 29, 2025, and a fake barcode with green sides on it, but it doesn't have hit entertainment on it. Still have Golang though. Here's the homemade VHS tape I made, which is Thomas and Friends Best of Gordon. This tape is in SP mode. Well, this one right here is in EP mode. Fake homemade sticker label. This one was homemade printing is June 28, 2025, T49. And it has the fake barcode, and the color of these bars are not sided. Yeah, and this tape is in SP mode. I did not add anything weird closing. This tape has nothing at the end. And this one's in really great condition. This is the same cassette that came with the camcorder. It was a T120 tape it's not a full tape anymore. So yeah. The other tape that came with that for the rest of it came with my new copy of homemade VHS tape of Booba. Now here's the Thomas and Friends sing along and stories that I made. This was also in EP mode. This print I made is June 30th, 2025, and it has the fake barcode with yellow sides on it. And I did have the widescreen at the end. It's in EP mode, and these two tapes are double feature. Here's the last tape I'm going to show you with an old hit entertainment logo that uses the old hit logo. And this one is taken from a 2006 DVD, and this was taken from a 2003 or 2004 DVD. And this both of these double features were taken both from the 2006 DVDs from Anchor Bay and Entertainment. The Thomas and Friends contains Thomas Gets Bumped and Thomas Percy and the Dragon and other stories. This was homemade printing I made, which is June 30th, 2025 and July 1st, 2025. What I made back in June 30th is Thomas Gets Bumped, and what I made in July 1st was, for the rest of it, is Thomas Percy and the Dragon. So yeah. Now here's the big day for Thomas that I made recently. This is the last tape I made recently in SP mode. This is also a double feature, and this is the tape with a new hit logo. Homemade printing I made is July 1st, 2025. It's an SP tape. It contains A Big Day for Thomas and Trust Thomas and Other Stories. And both these are all, I have A Big Day for Thomas and Other Stories and Trust Thomas and Other Stories. Printing I made is July 1st, 2025. I think I might keep this label, and I have to glue it on because it's very worn out. Fake barcode with green sides on it, but I did add the very super short silent widescreen depth, and that cuts the length tag. I decided to do that. So yep, I just had to do it for some homemade VHS tape that I made with color sides on it. So, and here's the last tape I made recently, is Thomas and Friends homemade VHS, which is Percy's Ghostly Trick. This was taken from a 2007 DVD. Yep, this is an EP mode. This is printed July 2nd, 2025, and it has, once again, it has a fake barcode. This one has red sides on it this time, and it does have the white screen at the end. There you have it. Those are my homemade Thomas VHS tapes I made recently. I know I made those Thomas VHS tapes, which are at Heidi and Don's house, which are back in 2024. One is Thomas Gets Tricked, that was taken from a 2007 DVD, the UK version of Thomas Gets Tricked, and the other is 10 Years of Thomas, which that was taken from a 2005 DVD, but I made it back in 2024. There you have it, folks. Thanks for watching. So what do you think of those homemade VHS tapes? Those are pretty cool, huh? Thanks for watching.